just want to try one out, this is a great way to be able to do it. All right, we are going to move on. That was just a little bit of a sneak peek. Now, these ones we showed you briefly earlier on in the hour. These are brand spanking new, and we've taken $10 off. So it's $14 to get these home. This is 2.2 carats of absolute princess cut. So it's that great, the great princess cut all the way through inside. You know what? I'll show you on these ones because you can see these a little bit better. This is that great hugger hoop style. So you just barely unclip it and it's nothing to lose. It just stays right in there and you know it's closed because it just locks in there. It's not going anywhere until you take it off, but these are so lightweight. These are wear all day. Gorgeous, bring in just the right amount of sparkle to your face. They're about 1 1/8 inches in length. So really great, that nice sweet spot. Not too much if you're wearing it out during the day. You don't have to save these until the evening, but of course you can. They're sterling silver or vermeil, and the front has a channel of these princess cut, absolute simulated diamonds all the way. Look at that. Each one princess cut. The princess cut with that square, the square cut just makes it look so updated and chic, especially in a hoop. Now these are really wear all day long. The gorgeous sterling silver is rhodium plated, so it has the look of platinum, the look of white gold, and diamond. And what it looks like is it looks like you're wearing 2.2 carats of genuine princess cut diamonds. How gorgeous that is on Kate. I love that you can see through, because it's a true hoop, it goes all the way around. And through the back, it's that open, open work, almost a negative space look in the back, and that's all on purpose. It looks very purposeful, and they think about every angle. We know here at HSN, we're 360-degree women. People see you from all sides. Sometimes we wear our hair up. Some of us have short hair. Some of us like to wear ponytails when we're not at work. That would be me. And this is that 360-degree look of an earring. They didn't just put the diamonds on the front. Oh, there I go. They didn't just put the simulated diamonds on the front and then forget about the back. The design on the back is purposeful. It's that beautiful negative space. So $10 off. Now the appraisal value, if you don't know about our appraisals here at HSN, I love the way we do this, and I was so glad when they explained this to me. We take 3 independent appraisals and we just show you the lowest out of the 3. So the lowest that these earrings appraised for anywhere was $143, and that's as is. That's with absolutes. That's not with diamonds. Like if there were diamonds, this would be this much. This is, they are valued at, the lowest value that these have been valued is at $143. So you're paying less than half of the appraisal value today, less than $60, $14 to get them home. Brand new. Beautiful from all angles. This hoop earring, it's about 1 1/8 inches. Let me get out my hand. I almost called it a measuring stick. Okay, this is called a ruler. There you see that perfect size of the hoop. It's 1 1/8 inch. Beautiful open work. You get to see all of the sparkle through those absolutes because it's open all through the back. You know, a lot of times if you see an earring that, you know, it's not genuine diamond. You didn't pay thousands and thousands of dollars for it. They just mount it on metal. This is exactly mounted the way that it would be if it were genuine diamond. This is cut, a princess cut, just like a genuine diamond. It just happens to be simulated. So it has all of those visual qualities of a flawless diamond. There you see it on Kate. Honestly, the only way that even a jeweler could tell that this was not genuine diamond is if he or she looked under a loupe, under a jeweler's loupe, and then they would say, well, either these cost you, you know, tens of thousands of dollars for flawless diamonds, or they must be absolute, because they're absolutely perfect and flawless in every way. The only way that we can tell a diamond is genuine is, to tell the difference, is by the flaws. And these ones are perfect. So whether you're gifting to yourself or gifting to someone else, this is a $143 value that's only $59. Now this is brand new. It's just for our fine jewelry event, but it will go back up to the $69 price once the event is over. Also, that 4 flex, we never get that. So take advantage of that. Well, it's $14.99. Interest-free. You can put it on any major credit card, and then that shipping and handling, because if you're shopping for an entire suite of beautiful absolute jewelry, you're gonna save 50% off on every